Welcome back, Internet people. My name is Ryan. You are watching Majora's Mask 8, Internet people 35. More numbers involved in this video title, and look at how fast everything is because I'm doing boring things. This is Majora's Mask, as I said a few seconds ago. You are excited to be experiencing this because we are going to get to Great Bay in this video. That includes the entire... There's a pirate's fortress, there's a bunch of women in it, and these women are gonna blow your mind because they're pretty, I guess? I don't know. I take a picture of one for a creepy guy that has a stupid, dumb voice. That's spoilers. I'm spoiling this entire game. What's happening right now is there's a guy right there, and I can see him with my lens of truth. He doesn't stand out very much, but he gives me a mask that is basically cheat mode for the entire thing that's coming up because the mask makes you invisible, which is great. Anyway, I'm gonna get onto some comments because I've sped up a significant portion of this, and for some reason I've been talking way too much about various things, and I seem to have a tough time fitting my stupid, ugly blabbermouth face into a fucking 50 minutes. I have 48 minutes, 3 seconds, and 6 milliseconds to somehow manage, or six frames? I don't think that's milliseconds. I think that's frames. Yeah, 12 milliseconds, because 30 frames a second. See, look, I'm doing math. Look at this. I'm talking about math, and I'm not reading a comment. This is great. I'm great at this. Takobi begins this lovely comment box pickle with a comment that says, Ryan, Takobi, I think it's safe to say that when Flussits and I agreed upon the hidden qualities of the Voyager episode Threshold, spelled Threshold wrong, where Janeway gets knocked up by Tom Paris while being a catfish. Was it? No, it wasn't really a catfish. It was like a lizard thing. It was... I could see where you got catfish from, but catfish don't really have arms and legs. Anyway, Takobi continues saying, we were both being sarcastic. Very sarcastic. Hey, I like Threshold. I rather enjoyed the plot. I thought it was very enjoyable. I thought it was fantasy writing at its finest. Now, I will say that Threshold, the Voyager episode, is leaps and bounds better than Threshold, the TV show, written by Brannon Braga, who I believe also wrote Threshold. Ironically, I believe he also wrote Threshold, the Voyager episode. Brannon Braga, for anyone who's not aware, I believe he was a writer on The Next Generation? And then they kind of elevated him into a bit of a bigger role, and he ruined Star Trek forever, but I don't really want to talk about that because that's boring. DDVS 2012 says, Oblivion wishes it had Dark Messiah's combat gameplay. You know what? Oblivion wishes it had the combat gameplay from this. Look at this. This guy needs to get to the shore, and I'm going to use my combat gameplay to do it. My push A to win button. See? There, look, come on. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab. Oh yeah, that's great. Sticking my face in this guy's ass, making all sorts of weird noises. This is excellent. I should actually probably explain what's happening because I inadvertently skip a bunch of important dialogue. We are in Great Bay, the land of the Zoras. This guy's name is Mikau. He is part of a band called the Indiegogo's. There are 4 members of the band. Mikau, spoilers, is gonna die right now because he is he has warrior blood in him. So all of these horrible things started happening to the Great Bay. The water has become murky, so it's become difficult to swim. The water's become a little bit warmer than normal, from what I understand. And one of the other members of the Indiegogos, Lulu, her name is. She is the you'll see her in just a sec. Recently laid eggs She's having Zora babies. Hooray! However, they're having all sorts of terrible problems because the water isn't normal. Because I guess Skull Kid fucked up the water. Or no, Skull Kid fucked up the Great Bay Temple, which fucked up the water. Long story short, the water's fucked up. Anyway, so Lulu has babies. They're having problems. However, because of all this, there's some pirates off in the distance, and we will see a lot of them coming up, who decided to steal some of the eggs. And then there's some stuff in Pinnacle Rock. There's some eels that stole some other eggs. It's a whole thing. Long story short, she can't speak right now because those eggs, like, she's kind of having postpartum depression, I think, and we need to get those eggs back. So this entire segment is I need to get these eggs, because of a reason, so that she can speak. So that it's a whole thing. You pay attention to the dialogue on the screen, and you should have no problems at all. Because that's the only explanation you're going to get. There's lots of sped up portions. You're not missing anything if you don't watch the sped up portions. I really just want to talk about Oblivion's combat gameplay. Whoa! The problem is, and you had a good. Oh, by the way, Zora Link is amazing. Kind of switching back and forth. I feel bad about this, but Zora Link is great. He is the funnest Link. He is so cool, and he is. Swimming is amazing, and it's a whole thing. When I was like when this game originally came out, and I was like, I don't know how old was I? I don't know, like 12 or something. Oh, this is embarrassing, but I had like this big crush on Zora Link because he's so dreamy. It's just like One Direction. Oh man, it's like those guys are singing directly to me. Anyway, Oblivion's combat game. Let's talk about childhood video game crushes. Post a comment about your childhood video game. That's weird. Why did I even bring this up? It's because I'm sleepy. I really want to talk about Oblivion combat gameplay, and it's just not working. Oblivion has awful combat gameplay. However, it's something about it. They managed to make it addictive. Dark Messiah of Might and Magic wasn't very fun either. So that's terrible. But basically, I am shitting all over your opinions about Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. Was it good? You know what? Convince me. That's the thing. Tell me that it's great, and I will. You know what? If it is great, maybe I'll buy it, because I imagine it can't be more than $2 now. Anyway, DDVS 2012 also says, that was the person who posted that comment that I've been trying to talk about for the last 5 minutes easy. This is why I'm not going to get to all the comments by 48 minutes. DDVS 2012 also says, by the way, the original series of Star Trek is easily the best one. Nope, that's wrong. Well, okay, maybe it was okay, but it wasn't... if we're talking watchability, I find that, okay, let's rate the series in terms of watchability. If I were to do that, it would probably be, honestly enough, Voyager on top, then Next Generation. Oh no, this is terrible. I kind of find Next Generation, Voyager, and Deep Space Nine to all be easily watchable, because I love all of the episodes of Deep Space Nine. Like, I can watch that terrible Move Along Home episode easy, or that one where Quark dresses up like a woman, or pretends to be a woman in order to spy on. What was the purpose of that? I don't remember the plot to that. I think he was spying on, or trying to influence, like he's becoming someone's wife, and then tried to influence their business transactions or something stupid like that. Like, it was something absurd. Oh look at this hole that I remember to go through. But I find all Deep Space Nine easily watchable. Oh, actually, you know what? Next Generation can't say the same, because that Next Generation has a lot of really horrible episodes. Honestly, through the first and through seasons 1, 2, and 3, it just has horrible episodes. Once you get to like season 4, I can watch pretty much all of them. And then Voyager, I can easily watch any Voyager episode because like it has like the writing isn't inspiring and it's not very good, but it's solid. Like even their worst episode, like Threshold, is not like it's totally an okay episode. Even anything that involves wacky hair Kazons is totally watchable. So let's rank these. The original series, bottom, easy. Next up, Enterprise. Enterprise is shitty, but like the episodes are easily more watchable. I think it's just because it's old, right? Like I can't deal with it anymore. It's just not like it's before my time. And then after that, probably the Next Generation would be the next best, or would be the next worst. And then, oh god. And then Deep Space Nine, and then Deep Space Nine, and then Voyager's on top. Oh god, I feel so bad about that because Voyager isn't very good. But in terms of just picking up an episode and watching it, like Voyager is I think on the top because they're all so self-contained. You can't do that with whatever. Anyway, long story short, I've said long story short way too many times. The original series is not very good. Like, I can't deal with it. Someone tell me why I'm a terrible person for saying that. Because I totally, like, it's, ugh. What a thing. Anyway, MP then goes on to say, the new YouTube layout wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't fucking constantly spamming me with, this is new, click here over and over and over again. You know what? That's just YouTube being incompetent at setting cookies. I had the same problem. I cleared all my YouTube cookies, and then I logged in, or all my YouTube and all my Google cookies. The Google cookies were important also, and then it stopped doing that for me, because it was doing the same thing. Now it doesn't tell me about any new things, and I'm mostly just confused about all the stupid features. Ben Bronner says, did you enjoy the terrible Dark Elf voice memo I emailed you? Yes, it was good. I got a couple of you. There was DDVS and Ben sent some because I asked for people who could potentially do a Dark Elf voice, and they were pretty good. The thing is I'm realizing I asked for that way too early because that is finale of Morrowind. I want there's gonna be I want Dark Elf speakers for that, but that's like that. I feel like that's really far away. Like I want to finish Let's Plays now just so that I can ramp up the production of Morrowind, because I feel like Morrowind needs to be more out. Like it just I feel like I just want to do Morrowind more, because I have plans about where I want to where set pieces have to be and whatnot, and it's just sort of yeah. I'm honestly not 100% sure what I'm saying. But oh, yeah, the Dark Elf voice is just it's just so far away, because that's gonna be like I imagine Morrowind is like just as I plan it. Like I'm not gonna do everything in Morrowind, but I need to be able to get quite strong in order to do some content that I want to do in order to tie it into a plot, and like I can easily see that being like 50 or 60 episodes away. Oh, that sounds like so much, but like that's just where I'm at right now. Anyway, Asher Yatmaya didn't know that cat dicks were barbed. Thank you for that juicy piece of cat-related knowledge. Well, I'm glad that I could let you know about cat penises. I would also okay. Let's see. Let's what else do I know about animal penises that I could share? I know that I think it's elephants. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure elephants are the ones with a prehensile penis that they can control, much like a limb. So that's interesting. This is a fact that you know now. Why don't I know about animal penises? That's weird. I probably shouldn't be talking about this on YouTube. Hopefully no one flags this video. Jeremy McSwagger says, my gripe with the new YouTube is getting to my inbox. I have to click on Video Manager and then look on that page for my inbox button. I remember when that was a button on the homepage. Just go straight to it. Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I'm hoping that they just add it back somewhere. But right now, my YouTube homepage, I've kind of fixed that problem by just making my like when the first thing I do when I go to YouTube is check my inbox. So my homepage is just like there's a YouTube dashboard. Oh, by the way, this little segment that's happening, for some reason, I had so much fucking trouble with it, so I sped up all the attempts of it. Like, what is this? Like, why did that take so long? Why am I, like, I just outright miss the fucking thing repeatedly. And then I fall off the waterfall that I caused. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, it's just make there's a little YouTube dashboard for content or for YouTube people. And it just shows generic stats and stuff, and that's just my YouTube homepage now. Like when I go to YouTube, that's where I go. Maybe you should do that. Why don't you make your inbox your homepage? There you go, problem solved. Well, I guess I need to scroll up. Mr. Ukestricker, who, by the way, should leave more and better comments because I know you're a clever person. Says Resident Evil 7, Go Fellatio, Bonanza. Oh, that's great. I love Go Fellatio and Bonanza. The television show, right? Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da. Nope, that's not the right song. Go Fellatio. Oh, that ties right into the animal penises that we were talking about earlier. Speaking about animal penises, I have a penis. Stanley L. That's 123 guy says, if there is a better Oblivion LP, then tell me about it, and I will tell you why it's not better. LOL. I don't really know. Like, I think what got me was I said that I probably have the best Oblivion Let's Play that exists, but I'm like, I just realized afterwards that that is probably like the most terrible thing. Like, it's such an arrogant thing to say. Like, such an absurdly arrogant thing to say, because am I going to watch all the Oblivion Let's Plays? Let's go do this. Let's go to YouTube right now. YouTube.com, that's the address for YouTube. I was typing it in. I needed to say it as I typed it, because that's important. Oblivion Let's Play. About 147,000 results. Fuck me. I'm not watching all of those. As far as I know, there could be one that's like super super amazing in there somewhere. And I just, like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I can't watch all of them and find, like, or I can't say that mine is better than all of them without having watched all of them. Oh, Angry Poncho. I remember this guy. I remember this guy's Oblivion Let's Play being reasonable. I don't think I liked it. He subscribed to me. I remember he left me a message about my Oblivion Let's Play, and then he said something along the effects of, I'm very loyal to the people I'm subscribed to, and then I never, something along the lines of, I always watch your videos unless they stop doing something like making Let's Plays, like if they stop making Let's Plays. And you stop leaving comments on my videos, Angry Poncho, so what the fuck? I know he's not watching, that's why I'm being like that. Anyway. I would like to be, as a exercise for the audience, have you guys watched any other Oblivion Let's Plays? Have you watched any other good ones? I'd like to watch an Oblivion Let's Play, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I think the idea of an Elder Scrolls game Let's Play is a lot better than your average Let's Play now. Like, I'm kind of realizing this. I'm kind of realizing this or now, simply because of the quality of the videos that I've been making. It's a lot easier to talk about an Elder Scrolls game. It's actually kind of this interesting thing. Like, it's this it's like the perfect recipe for making a Let's Play, at least for me, at least my style. Just with an Elder Scrolls game fits perfectly because all of the characters in Elder Scrolls games are slightly bland, but slightly absurd. There's a lot of knee-jerk reactions that you can make based on their dialogue. And everything is kind of open world, so if you don't like something, you can avoid it, and you can move on to something that you think will be more entertaining. I don't really want to talk about this. because I would much rather move on to the next comment, which is Shadow Power 69. Whoa. I never noticed how erotic your username is. When you record those songs for the end, do you memorize the lyrics before, or are you looking at something with lyrics, or are you just winging it? Depends on the song. I think the Maroon 5 song I just sang from memory because fuck, I'm such a gigantic fan of Maroon 5. Oddly enough, what I'm doing is, if you don't believe me, I totally understand. What I'm usually doing is looking at lyrics, and I've usually rehearsed repeatedly. Because and it's really sad because it's like these ending things are terrible. Oh, except for the Maroon 5 one. For I'm honestly not a fan of Maroon 5 at all, but I've heard their song on the radio so much that I just know the melody, I know the melody so remarkably well. But like for instance, the one that I recently did, the Chasing the Sun or whatever, that one I rehearsed repeatedly. I recorded like 3 audio tracks for it so that I can overlay. I did the entire song, but I realized that it just sounded ridiculous. That's why I cut it off there. I put so much, I put inappropriately so much effort into that, and it just came out as being like crap. And I probably should just wing it, and it would probably be funnier because it doesn't sound like I'm trying, and it would probably be why am I listening? And it would probably be like not such a pain in the ass to record. But yes, that's the answer to your question. I did such a good job answering that. I think I deserve a cookie. Actually, you know what I do deserve? Food. I haven't been eating food lately because I'm getting fat and I need to eat less food. Never had that problem. You eat too much food and then you gain weight because you ate too much food. Turns out that that's a thing that happens. Who would have thought? I've decided to solve this problem by starving myself. I probably shouldn't do that, but I've done it before and it seems to work okay. Of course, the last time I did it was because I had gallstones. Did I ever tell you about that? If anyone's interested about gallstones, leave a comment being like, hey, I want to hear your gallstone story, and I will tell you it in excruciating detail, including surgery. Surgery is great. This is a really good train of thought, and the words are coming out of my mouth pretty good, and I'm losing it. I can't talk forever. Oh no! Bester97 says, pretty cool that you know who Northern Lion is. Along with you, he is another favorite of mine. Oh, really? The only reason I know who Northern Lion is actually quite a respectable guy. Like he, but I can't stand his videos. I feel bad about that, but it's just like his style I don't like. I much rather prefer, well, and I much rather prefer someone do something blind and just being or trying, even if I like I like exactly what I make, if that makes any sense. I don't really like watching my own videos, but if someone does something like mine, then that is what I prefer. It doesn't even need to be edited; it just needs to have sarcastic, observational humor. Not even humor, just if you're being sarcastic and observing things that are happening, then that is fine by me, and that's the sort of video that I'll prefer to watch. But Northern Lion is very respectable because he posts on Reddit, on the kind of sad Let's Play subreddit, and is just generally helpful. He's that's, I guess, where he came about. That's where he started off posting there, and then he just sort of kept on keeping on, and then he got popular, and all of a sudden now that's his full-time job, and it's just very respectable. You can't hate the guy, because now he comes back and he gives back to the community that gave to him, right? He posts things about yeah, here's how to tag a video that I found. It does a pretty good job, and here's, audio and video quality, and hey, I will watch your Let's Play video and tell you if it's good or not, or tell you what you can do to improve. He does that sort of thing, which is great, and I respect him for that. I don't think I've ever got him to. I don't think I've ever talked to him about any of my videos. I rarely ever do that. I don't think I post I've posted maybe 2 videos on there, and I've been subscribed to that Reddit for ages and ages. If anyone wants to see 8 billion awful Let's Plays, though, go on there. I shouldn't say that. That's mean. If anyone wants to see a bunch of budding Let's Players, let's say, let's put it that way, then they can go on there. Anyway, Bestro97 also says, that he doesn't mind 4chan and all this bullshit for some reason. But some of Reddit's humor just kills me. I don't mind Ask Reddit or some smaller subreddits like Dark Souls or whatever, but stuff like F7U12 is the worst. Oh god. Actually, the vast majority of the Reddit front page is awful. It used to be better than it is, but like the point at which I started going there was kind of the point at which it started going downhill. But that's the magic of Reddit, is you can segment what you want or what you don't want to see. Like, okay, I just went to all, which is everything, just it mixes every Reddit into one big thing, regardless of what you want to see. Let's go through the top 10 posts. The first post is a pics thing that says she is 53 years old, and then it's a vaguely attractive woman. She looks like she's maybe in her 20s. Okay, great. Who cares? Then the second one is videos. I'm not gonna watch that video. I'm just gonna assume it's shit. The third one is a post to Funny, which I hate Funny to death. My great-grandfather, at 87 years old, a World War II vet, recently got a laptop. He asked me to set it up for him. Fast forward a week later, I go to visit him and see he's set this to his wallpaper. So, three Nazis walk into, the punchline is bar. It's an image macro, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Impact. Black. Bold. Black border. This guy's creepy, and he wants a picture of naked ladies. This is what happened on your screen right now. It's just piles of crap on the front page of Reddit. There's a picture of a cute cat. There's a wood duck baby walking on lily pads. Today I learned Starbucks pays more for employee health insurance than it pays for coffee. Of course it does. Like, the most expensive part of any retail establishment in Canada, in North America, is the people that work there, because people in first world countries demand to be paid a lot of money. Fuck, like, it's just so much obvious stupid shit. Today you learn, well, you know what, I hate you. So this is why I'm subscribed to basically nothing from the front page. I thought that would go better than it did. I'm sorry about that last little segment. I apologize. I'm very sleepy. Aunt P says, I'm going to post this really long and pointless comment with no actual content. Oh, great. So you can read it out loud while I'm talking over you, reading out my text while your computer reads out my text, and I'm making episode 35 really shitty, but no one's going to watch this far into it anyway. Oh, that's sad. You wouldn't have this problem if you did them live. You know what? If I did them live, then even fewer people will watch them, because they're horrible, and I can't keep a train of thought. I can barely keep a train of thought, and you know what? And I'm talking... I'm not even doing anything. The only thing I'm doing right now is talking. I'm not playing this video game because I'm post-recording them, or because I'm post-recording this commentary. So, you know what? Stick it in yo-yo. I am not skillful enough to do this live. Just deal with it. Okay? Oh, also, I lost the footage where you were talking over it. There's a whole story about that. You know what? I'll tell that story. It's actually not a bad story. I found a reproducible crash in Majora's Mask, or a reproducible hang. And I don't know if it's kind of a mixture of the emulator, plus my recording software, plus just a weird bug. I found that if I go through this one door, while wearing that mask that makes it so that I can, or the stone face mask, that makes it so that I don't get seen. If I walk through this one door, while recording, the game hangs. And this happened to me twice, going through the door, going through that same door twice, and so I ended up, because I didn't have any save files, right, I had to just redo the entire segment, and I decided to keep the ones that I recorded afterwards because I wasn't bumbling around as much. So that is why you don't get to hear Aunt P say literally nothing important at all. Literally, he says nothing good. So aren't you happy about that? Aren't you happy that you don't get to hear Microsoft Zero tell you terrible things through Aunt P? I don't know what I'm saying. Takobi says, I would disagree that 4chan is the armpit of the internet. In terms of comparisons to human biological phenomena, it seems to be a rather like a foul, necrotic, and saneous fistula, smooching and besmirching everything with the foul and rancid stenching juices oozing and dripping from its open, wounded ends of malevolence. But Reddit seems to be rather nice. At least I tend to think so, since I've discovered there are many lovely penises on display. I wonder after you, Ryan, drew my attention to Reddit during the last Internet People video. An honest and heartfelt thank you for another excellent source of cock. That's weird. What a strange thing to say. However, it was very interesting to read, so I implore everyone else to say incredibly inappropriate things in that vein, so that I may respond to them in kind. I'm glad that I managed to find you some people. This is just okay. What is this? What is this? Has my channel just become channels for gay people? Is that what this is? Should I start advertising my channel like that? Gay let's plays for gay people? Is that what this is? It's just very interesting. You know what? I've always assumed that Takobi is a he. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Takobi is a she. I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything. But seriously, what's the deal? Like, do I just attract that clientele, those sorts of people? If you're... tell me about this. I would like to hear about this. Tell me things. Come out of the YouTube closet on my channel, and we'll all appreciate it a lot, I guess. I don't know. Oh, by the way, this is what the babies do. Remember I was telling you way back when I was talking about YouTube, or when I was talking about Majora's Mask at way at the beginning of this video. The babies hatched because we've got them into this. This guy here is a for anyone who's not paying attention, me. Basically, I'm just telling this from my own. But this guy with the terrible face is just a marine researcher, and he has this tank, which is the correct temperature and murkiness level for babies, or for tadpoles, I guess. Majora tadpoles. So the Zora tadpoles decided to teach me this new wave. Decided to teach me the new wave bossa nova, and I'm gonna use the new wave bossa nova on their mother, which we haven't seen. Even though technically, I think the correct course of action, like the way I've done it here, is the most efficient way, or close to. I probably could have gotten another bottle and fixed it. But what happens is you're supposed to go to Great Bay. There's a town with some Zoras in it, which we haven't been to yet. Learn about all the things that you're supposed to do, then go to the Pirate's Fortress, then go to etc., etc., a whole thing. So I just, like, the reason why everything that's happening on the screen is kind of confusing is because of exactly why it seems confusing, and that is I'm sort of doing things out of order. I'm doing things in the most efficient order, but it doesn't make sense plot-wise. Oh, and I decided to just speed through all this part. I race beavers in order to get objects, an empty bottle, and another thing. It's remarkably boring. Look at this, it's exciting. Going through these rings. Oh man, I love going through rings. Wait, I want to talk about. I kind of glossed over the fact, but Reddit has penises all over it. Yes, I guess it does. Reddit really has everything. It's kind of scary. Like for the longest time. Does anyone remember the whole jailbait scandal? That was great. That was fun. That was internet drama. For anyone who's not in the know, what, I'm paying attention to one of the biggest sites on the internet, Reddit? Maybe you should be. I'm paying attention to all the biggest sites on the internet. The biggest site on the internet, I believe, is Yahoo. Yahoo's homepage, man. Controversial. Man. Wait, what am I talking about? Right, Reddit. Reddit's had a whole thing, like, the thing with Reddit is it's a, everything in it is all based around user-created content. So subreddits on that are all user-created. So I can just make a subreddit that says tomato, and there's nothing interesting on it. People can create a subreddit that they think would actually create good discussions. For example, Let's Play. Let's Play kind of turned into spam my video, but the thought is there. I am a, or I am a, I am a, AMA, AMA. I don't know how to pronounce that. That is the sort of thing that you don't pronounce. In real life, that's the sort of thing that you just leave on the internet, I guess. But like that sort of thing, the entire purpose of that is, someone is, hey, I am, for example, Will Wheaton, ask me anything. Yeah, Will Wheaton, that's a guy. But it's all about user-created and not police content. It's policed by the users who upvote or downvote. There's problems with that system. There's good things with that system. Let's just ignore all those for now. But when you have something like that with user-created content, obviously people are going to use it for pornography. Especially the upvote downvote system works very good for pornography. People also found that it works great for very technically not so great pornography. Jailbait was a whole thing. People who were, yes, 18, but they were there to look like they weren't 18. Or they weren't at least 18. And that kind of that created news issues. Like, I believe CNN actually ran a story on TV about the jailbait subreddit. And that sort of thing is gross. But it's like, how far do you go, right? Like, if you want this place to succeed with no, very libertarian stance, don't police this content. Jailbait isn't breaking any laws, but it's creating all sorts of terrible media issues. Like, do we let it stay up, even though we're causing the United States government to start to think that we're advocating what is effectively appealing to child pornographers? Is that what's going on? Anyway, they eventually ended up taking it down. But yeah, Reddit's, I don't even think Reddit's that great a source for porn. There's porn subreddits everywhere, but whatever. The internet is for porn. Grab your dick and double click. That actually brings us literally to the end of comments for this video. But there is more video left, so what am I going to do? I guess I could read comments on other videos. How about that? Or I can talk about something boring that nobody cares about, and I'll cause all the views to drop off. Actually, what I should do is just skip out everything that happens right now, because none of it's interesting. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. Oh, I just realized that that's going to screw up with all my timings. Most of this I'm skipping through is just expository stuff, like all the plot points that I meant there, that I told you earlier. This is where you were supposed to learn them, from this guy and from some other things and whatnot, and Lulu's journal, etc. And then there's a little side quest here where we jam Macau, who I've inhabited the body of effectively, and this dude Japis. We have a little jam session. This is a neat little sequence. I really enjoy this. And this, I think, that is cool on its own, but the little segment coming up later is great, in and of itself. There's something about this game. Actually, you know what? Let's listen to the next little bit first. You take this to the band, or to the band leader, as someone that isn't Macau, and he forms a new song based on the bones of that old song. See, and that little segment is, it's such a beautiful little piano piece. It's very, very well written. It sounds great. But it's such a, it doesn't feel like Zelda, but it feels like Majora's Mask. Like, as a general rule, the music in Zelda has a certain feel to it, and like Ocarina of Time kind of takes that rule and like sticks with it like super hard. And like everything in like the music in Ocarina of Time, sure, great, but it's like super happy, and that forlorn quality that little sequence has in that little side quest that wasn't even at all required, just is really special to Majora's Mask. It's been a while. Like, we've all been, like, I talked about, one of the first episodes of this, I talked about how this game has its own little, by the way, look, a giant turtle. Oh, look, a giant turtle, I love those. I talked about the tone of Majora's Mask, for quite a while. Or quite a bit, like, probably way too much. But now that we're over halfway through the game, I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Like, this game, like, you can see, right? Like, why it's special. It just has this, it's so otherworldly and forlorn, and it's such like a real adult themes. Like I'm literally inhabiting the body of someone that died. I just can't get over that. Like like, you know, people and characters die in Zelda games, of course, but Majora's Mask is the only one I can think of where systematically all of the, and very explicitly, like in Ocarina of Time, we know that all the sages died, blah, 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 blah. But these ones are explicitly heroes that tried to do exactly what Link did, and died almost literally in front of you. Like, and they deal with the emotions of the people attached to them. And in such a in a much more profound way than Ocarina of Time did. Anyway, I would just like to hear your thoughts on it. If you have any, post a comment. Don't be an arse face. I like comments. Put one. I don't even care what it is. I'll read it and say something. Thanks for watching. I love you, and I like turtles.